Hello, kitties. My name is Dick the Clown, and today, in honor of your and Yoshi obtaining 300 subscribers, I thought I would give you all a really swell treat. No, it's not a massive cummy Cleveland steamer to your face, this one is more personal. You all know me as one of the original founding members of the Barney Bunch and one of the most beloved characters from the group. But my existence has been an enigma for many. Where did I come from? What was my life truly like before the Barney Bunch? Well, all those questions, and then some will be answered as I tell you all my never-before-told super-secret life story. I thought it would be a swell idea to open up about my past, and by open up I meant open up my ass cheeks. Anyway, without further ado, let us begin. I was born Richard T.C. McDonald on January 27, 1958. The TC stands for testicle cock. My older brother Ronald the goddamn penis clown McDonald and I lived in a shitty tent at the P.T. Valsac Swell Circus, stationed in New Jersey at the time. Ronald and I would try to have lots of fun when we weren't performing in circus acts, from having massive orgies with all the other penis clowns, to having the elephants take massive poopy dumps on our faces and making cheeseburgers from the poopy and elephant jizz, and use all the circus equipment as dildos. Sounds swell, right? Well, circus life wasn't exactly what you would call swell, especially at this time. For starters, P.T. Valsac himself was a greedy asshat and made us all live in such shitty conditions. We were forced to perform for 69 hours a week and with very few breaks. But most of all, Ronald and I had to put up with our absolute cunt bag of a father, Reginald Archibald Titty Fuck McDonald II. Some say that our father was John Wayne Casey, but that is just a cover-up. He was a raging alcoholic rapist who drank piss vodka and would regularly abuse us every day. He actually killed our mother by slicing her in half with his gag penis. He would also beat our asses with his gag penis too. We couldn't take it anymore. So we decided to run away from the circus, but not before taking a massive smelly dump on our father's face. He was such an awful cunt of a father. In fact, when we found out that he died in 2016, Ronald and I celebrated like there was no tomorrow. Good riddance, you sack of shit. Anyway, for much of our childhood, Ronald and I lived in Peru with some of the natives, where they helped us truly embrace our gay poopy faggotry. After a while, we decided to move to Sammy the Snake Land. I was probably about 7 or 8 when we arrived. When we did, we befriended a boy named Drew Pickles, who was actually really gay. In fact, he was the gayest being in the known universe. We got along great with him and his boyfriend at the time, Barney the quadruple testicle dildosaur. Keep in mind that this was before one of Barney's testicles fell off and became Cane Grimace. We all got along and oh, do I remember the first orgy we got in. We were fucking behind the school bleachers, taking golden showers and finger painting using our poopy and cum. We also gorged ourselves with Ronald's famous poopy cummy cheeseburgers before clogging up the boys' bathroom with our poopy. It was so swell. And let me tell you, our high school years were even more batshit insane, just like those Japanese videos featuring my brother saying Ren Ren Ru to Weeble music. This one time, we snuck into the band room and proceeded to use all the band equipment as dildos, and there was also the time that we pranked the pube muppet in sex ed class by having him fuck a female blow-up doll with Richard Nixon's face taped over it to fool him. After high school, I wasn't sure where my life would end up. During the 60s, Drew and his father founded the swell country of Druland, and he offered me Ronald and Barney residence there, where we could have swell orgies and masturbate and make gay pornos. Ronald and I lived in a super swell house together, and boy, oh boy, was it a zillion times better than the shithole that was P.T. Valsac's circus. Ronald would later go on to become a beloved mascot for McDonald's, but as for me, I would quickly fall into a Great Depression. Ronald managed to find success, but I was having loads of trouble as a performer and a stand-up comedian, and it was taking a massive toll on me. I was actually considering killing myself by hanging my 269-mile-long cock over my neck on a dildo tree, but Ronald snapped me out of it. He then told me that Drew was setting up a gay porn studio in Swellington, and I thought that perhaps this was what I needed. I had never been in a gay porno before, so I was willing to try anything at this point. I was that desperate. I remember the first time I walked into that studio. It was super hot and steamy and sweaty, just like Barney's asshole. This porno I would be starring in was also going to feature Drew as well. To say I was nervous would be an understatement. Sure, I did have plenty of experience as a performer, but I never starred in a gay porno before, and this was actually Drew's 169th porno. Eventually I mustered up the courage and got into the act. Drew was actually surprised about how much of a professional I was during the filming, and we filmed this massive 3-hour-long porno that would eventually become Come Drew and Dick 69, which was one of my first ever pornos. Throughout the 70s and 80s, I would continue to have massive success in the gay porno industry, having lended my talents to such classics as Dickopolis, The Mushroom Cat Murder, Dicklicks 2000, Saving Dick the Clown's Penis, Penis Clown Pride Parade, A Testicle in the Hat, and many more. By the time the 90s rolled along, I was one of Roland's biggest porno stars and finally found the admiration I was so hoping for. But by then, there was a lot going on. Drew was busy on Rugrats, Barney was busy with his own show, and Ronald was busy with all the commercials he was doing. I was suddenly feeling alone and was worried that I would fall back into another depression, but we all agreed to do more pornos when Drew, Barney, and Ronald were on seasonal breaks or when they had the time to. It was a great compromise. One time, Drew took me, Barney, and Ronald onto Nickelodeon's Orlando studio to show us all that was going on, and we decided to have a massive gay orgy on the lot where they filmed all the game shows. We also replaced the slime with our Commandeera, and it was so fucking funny. They actually used that for an episode, but it was never aired for obvious reasons. Drew actually has the master tape of that episode and he won't release it because, as he puts it, the world isn't ready for such swellness. Also, we went to Barney's studio and filmed a gay porno there and fucked for like 69 hours. It was very swell. At the turn of the new millennium, things were not looking so swell. The gay porno industry experienced a really big crash that would take like 3 years to fully recover from, and Rugrats was declining sharply until it was finally canned in 2004. McDonald's was also utilizing Ronald less and less, which pissed him off greatly. I remember him breaking down into a massive rant while jacking off his massive salt-induced French fry cock. It looked like tough times were ahead of us. But then, Drew discovered a website, but not just any website, a website that allowed users to create their own flashes and games and whatnot. After seeing our old rival the Cube Muppet have success on there in 2002, we felt like our time to strike was inevitable. On August 25, 2005, we uploaded some flashes to Newgrounds, and that was how we became the Barney Lunch. And we have been going at it since. I was able to gain more attention through the lunch alone as well as my ever-growing gay porno library. We've been having so many gay poopy cummy orgy adventures and the like for almost 16 years, and I don't see the right ending anytime soon. Well, that's my never-before-told life story. I hope it all made you cream your pants, but before I go, let me answer some burning questions. Who were all those clowns I am usually seen with in my original image? They are actually some fellow penis clowns who were also from P.P. Valsak's circus. I can't reveal their names, however, as they are way too disturbing. Next is what is my favorite porno that I starred in? It would easily have to be Dick's Delicious Dildo's Diner 2, Hold the Mayo. That one is a classic. Next, have I heard of Sherry Page's circus? I remember hearing about it in one of my earliest appearances on Newgrounds in the Barney Lunch column gay entry, but I tried to look it up on the internet and I get nothing relating to it. This is one mystery that still needs to be solved. Finally, do I enjoy Ronald's poopy cummy cheeseburgers? Of course I do, especially when dipped in the finest cum sauce, made by yours truly. Well, that'll do for now. I am gonna head over to the Barney Lunch sex mansion and engage in a massive over-the-top orgy. I can't wait for the shenanigans to ensue. Farewell, kitties, and congrats to Ira and Yoshi for reaching 300 subscribers. Let's see how long it takes to reach 400.